Looks like that'll work fine. Now let's get another side to match this one. That's gonna be the hard part.
Grab a square.
Square it up. Doing a bunch of guesstimations on this bike. Can't see both sides at once anyway, so that's what we'll tell ourselves anyways.
A little bit more up.
Up.
Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
Nope, not super. Back. It still looks a little too far.
Which one? Up or down?
Down. Looks pretty darn close. What do you think, Becca?
I think so.
I mean, you're not going to see both sides at one time anyway.
They line up from right here.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have got much closer.
Yeah. Burn hole.
Almost perfect, what we said. I mean, as far as the they line up.
It looks a lot better like that too. So Brandon made a real quick angle iron battery box we're going to weld around this area. Need to just worry about the torque converter, rear pulley, and the chain. So I think that'll be pretty good. We'll throw some bolts in the engine, weld that in, and then next will be oil cooler and the oil filter setup. We got to find somewhere to mount it. You got to think our exhaust runs right through here. That's we normally mount the battery right about here, but got that center exit exhaust that's causing a lot of problems with
It look good though.
Oh, it looks sweet. Yeah, the engine was sitting on here in this kickstand. That's the next thing we need to modify. After mounting the battery box, we got to cut that kickstand down because this engine fell off, smacked me in the side, and didn't bust a clear valve cover. The whole engine landed on the clear valve cover, and it just scuffed it quite a bit. I don't even know where we laid it, but we don't want to bolt it down because we're about to be welding a bunch on this.
It's on the engine workbench.
So yeah, the whole engine landed on the valve cover right there. That was luck that it didn't hurt anything else. That would have sucked. So they hold up, test it out. Hit the side, then hit. There's a lot of stuff to pack on this bike. It's going to be pretty packed, but it'll look sweet because it'll look full with all the electronics and stuff. A lot of times. Yeah. Bam. Kickstand is extended. We just cut this little C bracket off of the original kickstand. Let's see how long it's going to be. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So now I can fully weld this. I'm going to put a piece of flat stock on the end of it to hit the ground. You laugh at me?
It's on Mac Daddy kickstand.
It has to be. This bike was lifted. I mean, it's the monster truck mini bike. Who let the dogs out? And now we gotta weld the little nipple on for the spring. Put a foot on it.
Wait, this is mine.
Look at that exhaust. It's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. Okay. Alright, so we got our braces in there. Those look pretty sweet. And we put our oil filter right there. I don't have my lines yet. When What I'm probably going to do is buy the Banjo Fittings that you can put, that's just got a hose barb on them, so I can just use regular line and hose clamps. But we're going to mount the oil cooler right here. I know it's in a horrible spot for flow, but you got to think these engines didn't even have an oil cooler on them to begin with, so anything's better than nothing. And the wind actually, I know it's going to get mud thrown on it, I don't care, but it's going to throw wind right through it from there. And we got our exhaust mounted. This stuff was super, and we don't have a TIG set up yet. My TIG only does DC, it doesn't do AC, so we can't weld aluminum. So Brandon's going to make my tank up at his house, and then I don't have an straight argon bottle to do this. I'd like to TIG that, but you know, you do what you can. But it looks awesome though. Look at it from this angle. She looks sweet. Beck about fell. And the battery is mounted right here. Where's the battery at? Everything's really packed in here. That's what's pretty cool. It's all really compact. And come on, little. I mean, that just fits under that. And I'm going to use a 150 go-kart battery hold down from Go Power Sports. Is basically a thick rubber band with two clips on it, and I can just run that over the battery. So next we got to go to Brandon's to build the gas tank, and I got to take the bike up there to do that. And then other than that, it's plumbing oil and finishing up the wiring. Oh, it's going to suck. This is no quick, any kind of vehicle with a lot of wiring, that's what takes so long, is getting everything ready. So now I got to look at the wiring diagram. We are putting this sweet tack that just got weld spatter on my $180 tack. That sucks. I forgot about the tack being there. We got spatter on it a couple times. Alright guys, so we got to build a gas tank now. I'm not going to do that right yet. I got to get some metal in. We got a couple shows to go to. As soon as we get back, we'll be finishing this Monster Moto. You can see I also put the primer bubble right there, so that's pretty sweet. You don't have to choke it, you can just prime it up a little bit. So that'll be nice. We just need to do basically all there is. Oh, and I ordered some Banjo Fittings for you guys that don't know what Banjo Fittings are. This is the oil lines for the shredder. They have Banjo Fittings that go to a rubber line. Well, this, of course, all these lines are not going to work on this bike. So I ordered Banjo Fittings that basically have a barb on them. So I can just put a Banjo bolt in each side of the oil filter. And I need to find out which one's the oil inlet and outlet from the block, because I'm going to run the oil out from the block into the filter, out of the filter into the cooler, and then out of the cooler back into the engine. So everything's filtered, so nothing will ever build up in my actual cooler. And the cooler isn't mounted, it's laying down there. I know guys is going to say that's in a bad spot, but that's where I like it at. There's no other spot, everything's crammed in there. I like how full the bike is though. But yeah, those braces made a big difference. People was asking if we was going to brace that rear rack, and we did. So yeah, next video we're going to be wiring this thing, building a custom gas tank for it. I'm not going to go crazy in depth on this bike. We're going to do a full how-to wiring video on probably the next Monster Moto, or maybe another Trailmaster for Lonnie. We just got to see what we can get in the works. So yeah, I know this is a short video guys, but this has been a crazy week. We got another crazy week coming up, so we're trying to get caught up so we can just basically get a bunch of big builds done. We're going to start Grayson's go-kart build. We're going to do him a full little suspension go-kart from scratch, so that'll be pretty cool. And then we're going to start on the fully independent suspension, supercharged and turbo 670. Now we're not doing bi-charge, we're just doing a turbo setup, going to dyno test it, and then do a supercharger setup and test it to find out what is better money spent in the two systems, you know, and boosting the engine. So so stay on the lookout. Lonnie's bike's up next. We got to do throw them ratio rockers and then put a new gas tank on it, so definitely stay tuned guys. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting us. Make sure to use the links in the description, they do help us out. That's how Go Power Sports knows we're working, and our videos are working, and we do get a little kickback from Amazon, so it does help at the end of the day to be able to continue to do these videos. We hope 2019 is an awesome year guys. Thank you for hanging around and supporting us. We got a lot of huge stuff, golf carts, 8-wheeled Argos, all types of stuff coming up, so stay tuned. We love you guys, and God bless.